Well, listener, thank you for helping the old man here. That's absolutely what he meant, and he's absolutely right. I mean, I think one of the biggest examples of that was Daniel Cormier, right? Like the guy was such an excellent wrestler, Olympic level, that he kickboxed in almost every single one of his professional MMA bouts. No, interestingly enough, that hit the wall though, right? Like a junior college wrestling champion, John Jones beat him, and you know what Daniel said was, look, wrestling in MMA is a lot different than wrestling in a cage, right? Like there's a backdrop like that stops you, and that can help you or hurt you. I can tell you that for Gilbert Melendez, like having the cage where you could push you up with your double up against that and then finish it there was like a dream, right? And like when rule sets change like that, it can be very beneficial to you. Like you can suddenly feel like a kid in a candy store, like, oh wow, I've got this wall I can work off of. Or you can feel trapped. Like, oh my God, I'm sure Daniel Cormier felt trapped when John Jones started out wrestling him. But yeah, very good point. I mean, all those guys at the end of the day need to have a very good grappling base, because if they don't have it, they're going to be in real trouble when things hit the mat. But you know, I remember in the early days of the UFC, because the way it was promoted with the Gracies and all that, there was a time where it was thought that everything was grappling, and everything, you know, and fighting, punching, and kicking didn't really matter. I think we've settled now into the role and understanding where, you know, there's pure jujitsu, and then there's of course, you know, jujitsu that works in MMA, and it's completely different stuff. But that's okay, man. They're great. We can love them side by side. We can love them, you know, when they're intermixed with each other. Is one better than the other? No, one is not better than the other. They're all great, and they all develop character in the same ways. And you know, all those champions were absolutely great, no matter who they were. So yeah, there it is. Thanks for checking me, man. And read my book, Warrior of the Light.